Why Words Work. 5 words to know in English with your host, David Corcoran. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Why Words Work. And if you're like me, perhaps you scroll YouTube. If you've been watching these episodes, then I do appreciate you learning new words and to finding new ways to use words in the English language. Today, I'd like to share 5 more words, which today come from Tal Ben-Shahar, who is a pioneer in happiness studies and certainly in painful emotions, and has a new book, Happier No Matter What. And when I saw his YouTube clip, I was inspired by also previous speakers and authors like Jim Rohn, who often talk about these different aspects of our lives that we need to nourish. And as a voice coach, as a language coach, as a coach in general, I've often reflected myself on these 5 aspects that we will cover today. These 5 aspects are important to think about in your own life and how you can best nourish is the word I like to use. Nourish each of these areas. And in doing so, you create a holistic life. So let's have a look at our 5 words for today. The first aspect is the spiritual self. So, what are you doing relating to deep feelings and beliefs, especially religious beliefs? Spiritual. Are you nourishing yourself spiritually? Is really the question. And you don't need to belong to faith in order to do that. It may be a different kind of journey that you feel that is a spiritual one in your life. Physical, relating to the body. Physical. So, of course, we all need to keep fit. And I've just begun karate again after several years. And I found a lovely local dojo where I can go along and physically exhaust myself and use my body in that way. And it's very important to nourish that aspect of ourselves to keep up our health. Intellectual, relating to the ability to think and understand ideas at a high level or involving ideas. And in this definition, I particularly like the idea of ideas. Intellectual. So it's not about being an intellectual, but it's certainly, are we stimulating ourselves intellectually? What are you reading? Robin Sharma talks about reading books. I love reading books. I aim to read 52 this year again. And so I'm stimulating my mind in the topics that I'm working on. I'm always looking for new books. And I will read Happier No Matter What by Tal Ben-Shahar, because I feel like these words can really help develop and uncover what I might need to do to evolve my life. Relational, concerning the way in which 2 or more people or things are connected. So you could talk about relational intelligence. This is our relationships with other people. How well do you connect with others socially or even individually, one on one, in your close network of family and friends? So, nourishing our relationships is just as important as our intellectual, our spiritual, and our physical. The last word here is emotional. And as an emotional intelligence practitioner, it's all about relating to the emotions. Our emotional intelligence is crucial in this day and age in order to really understand what we're feeling when, what choices do we have, and how can we move forward in the best possible way. So, are you nourishing yourself emotionally? And that could be through activities, hobbies. It could just be through taking time to journal each day for yourself. So, our 5 words today are spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, and emotional. And Tal Ben Shahar uses the acronym SPIRE, 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 which is just an acronym. But when we think about inspiration, SPIRE is within that as well. So, these 5 areas are all things that you could consider activating in your life. Do you nourish? Do you look after yourself spiritually, physically, intellectually, relationally, and emotionally? And this is the question for your life. I did a recent mind map for myself where I looked at those aspects of myself and thought, yeah, when I do this, this is spiritual. When I do this, this is emotional. And that was my inspiration physically for starting karate again. I realized that I was missing that physical movement of my body, my legs, and learning to use my body in a new way. So I'm learning something new, which is also very stimulating intellectually. It feeds me emotionally. And of course, there's the spiritual dimension to being disciplined with karate. as well. So I hope these 5 words give you something to think about, and perhaps you can let me know in the comments how you relate to these and what spire means to you. And if you're interested, let's read the book Happier No Matter What by Tal Ben Shahar together, and maybe we could do a book review down the track. See you soon. Why words work. 5 words to know in English.